Hello there, guys. It is 2 in the morning. I'm gonna play some Starfield. I'm not really tired at all. I am a little bit, but not really tired. So maybe playing just a little Starfield. Like help me relax. Got back from the movies a couple of hours ago. Yeah, just chatted up with my friend and we're drinking some frappes. So that's probably why I'm not as tired. But we're gonna go ahead and play some Starfield. Just have some fun with it. And yeah, let's hop in.
Good, you're here. So, thanks to your work in Sidonia, I'm told someone here has leaked information on Project Dominion to our adversaries at Infinity Ltd. A mole within the company means a failing in my department. We're initiating Security Directive Theta, which means a full sweep of every employee in this building, Masako and myself included. Directive Theta allows for a third party to conduct the sweep. This way, the results can be objective. We certainly are. Directive Theta has one unique case, and that's Ularu Chen. The directive calls for a specialized programmer known as Nix to investigate her, but he'll need your assistance for an unusual assignment. Ularu has the ability to thwart any investigation, so it's imperative she knows nothing about this directive. Her knowledge and talents are why she's the chief of operations, so she is the best equipped to evade detection. We don't deal in trust here. Think more in terms of mutual benefit and leverage. And in this case, it's mutual benefit. Nix will be giving you a program to run on Ularu's computer that will pull any data needed to prove her guilty or innocent. Your job is to infiltrate Ryujin Tower as an anonymous outsider in order to run this program completely off the books. This means your keycard will be turned off, and the security guards in the building will consider you to be trespassing. We employ over 100 members of our security team who rotate floors and shifts. It's possible you'll be recognized, but even so, my orders will be strict. Authorized security personnel only. And you certainly won't qualify, making you an immediate suspect. If you get caught, the guards will follow standard procedure and lock you up in a cell for questioning. Provided you don't provoke them. And I strongly advise against provoking them. These are your fellow employees. We want this to go as smoothly as possible. Directive Theta requires utmost secrecy for success. We don't know what connections the mole may have, so we can't risk informing our security team. At least one of us is. In the meantime, I'll ensure all non-essential employees, Ularu included, have left the building, claiming routine security maintenance. During that time, I'll be unlocking access to the tower's ventilation system, which you can utilize to help avoid detection. I'm also issuing you a disruptor, which should help in avoiding casualties should a worst-case scenario turn up.
I'll keep a watchful eye and make certain your employee doesn't go on some kind of rampage.
Good. No one can know about this, not even our own guards. So stealth will be of utmost importance. In fact, as much as I appreciate the words of your associate here, you may be better off heading in alone. Any precautions to mitigate risk should be taken. You'll meet Nix at Madame Sauvage's place. He knows Directive Theta has been enacted.
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. Remember our last conversation when you told me the artifact? Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described, doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. Well, there's no reason to be jealous. They were just, I don't know, different times. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most. We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. At this point, I'd say you've graduated from protege and moved up the ladder. A bit. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. I respected her, and I considered her a dear friend, but we weren't in love. Had that been true, I would have resigned my post and moved to Parima 2 instead of remaining at Constellation. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Yeah, you'll do. Look, I don't expect you to be an exact copy of Aja. Your hunger for exploration, to pierce the veil and seek the unknown, it's a common bond that we share. I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time.
My career will be over if this Security's got its eyes on Saburo Okadi.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. We gotta look out for each other. Us crate rats used to... Kinda wish they were. Well, you'll find them at Madame Sauvage. So, things... What, with the disciples? Hey, thanks. Look, I mean it. Go back to the plaza. Ain't nothing but shit in this. There's a pickpocket!
Hey, I'm busy. You want the goods?
You got an appointment? Because if not, consider this area reserved. Oh yeah, Dalton's little errand runner. I've written up a program just for the occasion, but as Ryujin knows, it's yours for either a price or a favor. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not. You... You must be... Unlike you.
I don't know what you think you heard. Or maybe you should get your hearing checked.
It's messed up when a guy like me is better. You got an appointment. Oh yeah, I've written up... Oh, I'm pretty... I do... Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point. All right, you win. No wonder Ryujin hired you. While you're snooping around in the tower, I just need you to hit up one more workstation on the way. It's Camden Cho's. Just run the same program on the slate I'll give you, and you're good. It's that simple.
So you'd just casually rat out another Ryujin employee? Just like that? Huh. Does loyalty mean nothing to you?
I hoped you'd...
I don't know what you think you heard.
Neon's the
but
only
maybe you
place
should
my
get your
talents are
hearing
actually respected. You got an appointment.
checked. Oh, yeah.
I've written up... Oh, I'm pretty... Not bu... Now pay up. A pleasure, as always. Your job is simple. Just run this little beauty on Ularo Chen's computer, and the program will take care of the rest. Once you're done, bring the slate back to me at my place. Whatever encryption Ularo has is bound to take some real work. More than my little setup here can handle. It's nice to see you know more than just sneak. Here's the slate.
I don't know what you think you heard.
Quit
but
hovering.
maybe you should
You
get
can
your
make
hearing
people
checked.
nervous. You got an appointment.
Oh, yeah.
I've written up... While you're snooping around, it's Camden...
So you'd...
I hoped... Like I said, once you're done... It's nice to see you know. Here's the slate.
I'm doing great, actually. Thanks for asking. Just got a new job, a new apartment.
that doesn't belong to you, right? I wish some of these robots were within Constellation's budget. They'd be an immense help to our operation.
Region security. No sudden moves. Nice try, but the build... I'll be the judge of that. Look, Hey, I'm just trying to be careful here. Look, I'll trust you, but if any of us catch you on another floor, we'll shoot.
Another point for our side.
the name of the law? You don't belong here. Nice try, but I'll be the judge of... Yeah, Look, I'll trust you.
Can I help? Okay, but I have to say, I don't like...
what's good for you. You're not authorized to be here. Nice try, but the building is all. Well, yeah. Look, I'll trust you, but if any of us... Not interested.
find anything wrong.
I'll never leave Neon. For someone... So, you made it. Guess Ryujin's security really is slipping. Just brimming with confidence, aren't you? But I've seen your work in the trade tower, so I'll at least give you some credit. Now, I'll take that program back that I gave you, and let's give the data a look. The program I gave you to run on Ularu's computer basically opens an all-access backdoor for me. I can see everything and anything, so let's take a look. First, I'll just save off Mr. Cho's info. My client will very much appreciate that. Now on to Ms. Chen. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now. Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in new encryption for him as well, so he's the only one that can view these. And done. You're all set. I've got the new encrypted slate. Let me tell you, it looks like fun times ahead for Ryujin. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on while running all my software. You do that. Here's the slate. As usual, always a pleasure doing business with Ryujin.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Yeah, what? Yes? Yes, absolutely.
Have my attention.
Quick piece of advice. We hear the name Benjamin Bayou, and we should duck the other way. Fast.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
I assume you were successful. I didn't get any incident reports last night, so I applaud your work. I expected as much. Now, let's see what we have here. I didn't think it was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. Quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few I had in mind for who could pull this off. Well, the motive could be anything. Credits, grudges, even boredom. Well, she has the means and access. But things are rarely so cut and dry.
Imogene? She doesn't seem the type. But maybe that's her tactic. If she had me thinking that way, perhaps it proves that she's a master manipulator.
Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question her myself. I want you to head to her office and escort her here. We have to make sure she doesn't try anything before I have a chance to speak with her. If she runs, the guilt will be apparent. And you'll have no choice but to dispose of her. As much as I'd like you to subdue her and bring her in, Imogen would never allow it. She knows what fate lies ahead for those who betray this corporation and get caught. Don't put anything past her. When you're dealing with corporate workers, discerning the truth from the lies is the hardest part.
Don't cause any trouble.
Try not to harass my techs too much. They have work to do. Let me guess. Looking for Imogen? I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here. Which is a shame, since I have several documents I need her to sign off on. She's always been the master of avoiding desk work. She hasn't stepped into the office since the maintenance closure, probably abusing her paid time off again. I know for a fact she doesn't have any external meetings or business trips. I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping close tabs on my counterpart. Dare I ask why you need to know? Yeah, no thanks. Getting information out of Dalton is like talking to a wall. Besides, speculation is far more fun. I have Imogen's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton is your best bet.
Perhaps we need to get Dalton's permission to relieve ourselves as well. Good lord, this corporation keeps you on a short leash.
Your guess is as good as mine. I could tell she was trying to cover her tracks, but this is my job. And there's a reason I'm in charge of the technicians here.
I better do this right.
The gala at the New Atlantis Freestyle Embassy.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
My next assignment can't start This could be the most important
Remember, Imogene and I have, even if she suspects anything, the chances are...
Try not to harass my techs too much. They have work to do. I knew you'd be back. I have Imogene's last location at... You'll want to get executive...
Perhaps we need to get Dult.
Yeah, because bosses love it when you go around them. Have fun with that. Word of advice. If you're planning on foregoing authorization and just tiptoeing your way to Imogene, park your friend at the door. Two's a crowd if you're trying to lay low. Good luck finding Imogene. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure to let her know I had everything to do with it.
My company's future should be right.
No Imogene, I see. Of course, Yuko would know. If Imogene's with the Syndicate, I can't just send you after her. You'll need to speak with Benjamin Bayou. We have to make sure he's aware of the situation. If we're lucky, he may even help us get to Imogene. Bayou owns the Sioka Syndicate. For you to walk in there without discussing it with him first could be seen as a violation of our business relationship. Good, because without it, this adds a complexity that we head over to the trade tower and be discreet. Let Bayou know that you're there on... He may ask for credits or even a favor. The sooner, the better. Just be sure to bring her back here if she resists or tries to run. The risk of Imogene continuing to operate as a traitor is too high. If we don't dispose of her now, she could cause a great deal of harm to this company. She knows the consequence. If the situation does take a turn for the worst, I only ask that you perform a thorough search for any evidence she may have in her possession. I trust you won't let your past relationship cloud.
Is for you.
Clover over at Telt Corp is too good for Neon. Sounds like she's trying to help someone with something. Honestly,
Back off. That's an order, not a suggestion.
kind of suit is that?
I don't recall sending for anyone. What do you want? A heads up. You're telling me you're heading into my own territory. That's not how this works. First, you tell me why, and then... As long as it doesn't involve the Syndicate members themselves... I'll tell you what. I'll make sure the Syndicate lets you in hassle-free, provided you do a little something for me. And what mutual benefit? This is starting to sound like my kind of deal. All right. You talk a good game. And I suppose if we're looking at a mutually beneficial situation, there's no reason for me not to allow such a small favor. Check in with Ms. Moore at Frankie's. I'll send word along that you're to be expected, so she shouldn't give you any trouble. Fair warning, the Syndicate should let you search any common areas, but if anyone catches you snooping around private quarters, I'll just say, be prepared.
Feeling the music?
Music is amazing!
If the gangs can keep my mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Surprise terror.
Ebbside's a bad place for tourists these days.
Don't go causing trouble.
Days are too short. Life is too long.
Hope you're a paying customer. You lost, kiddo? Oh, so you're the one getting special treatment. Don't look like much to me. I've got one rule for you in there, so it shouldn't be hard to remember. Third floor is off limits. They catch you snooping around, and it's open season. That's what I like. For the record, I'm only granting you access because I have to. You'll find that young lady you're looking for holed up in a room almost straight ahead. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize. The less you consider this an open house, the better. No funny business. I'm watching you. Back off. You try anything?
Well, this amount of firepower is a bit of overkill, wouldn't you say?
I figured our paths would cross sooner or later. Not that I thought I was safe, but I never expected anyone to just slip by all the Syndicate here.
I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after me.
Yes, and no, but mostly no. Just hear me out, okay? I know this doesn't look good, but I had no choice. Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, not benefit. And Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to deliver it. At least, intentionally. I'm not the one with motive here. First, I'm not about to reboot my life. Second, I'm not spending the rest of my life looking over my shoulder for the next field op they'd send after me. Of course. But first you have to understand, she used me to play an unwitting part in this, so I'm the one that takes the fall. That's why I said it'd be impossible for me to intentionally pull this off. Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of leaking. But that tech is dangerous. An internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu used it to set me up. What better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the actions?
The existence of a device that can control a person's mind is terrifying. Imagine the horrors you could... Oh, never mind. I don't want to think about it.
Power, of course. Corporations maintain their success by any means necessary, but there are some measures Masako is reluctant to take. You may have noticed that none of your assignments directly involve murder. Masako reserves those actions only when it's absolutely necessary. Ularu sees this as a sign of weakness that needs to be dealt with. Because she knows I'm the most believable target, I'm the only one at Ryujin with the skills to even come close to being able to pull off a job like this. That's what makes it dangerous. No one would believe it. So, if Ryujin keeps this tech a secret, suddenly every deal, every legal matter, every little thing is going to go their way. Yes, it's what the technology does, and it explains why the evidence against me is so solid. Come to think of it, it also explains a few strange bouts of disorientation I've been having the past few months. That's exactly what I've been doing here. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind the desk for years now. I knew she'd miss something. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I just need you to deliver it to Dalton. It's the only way I can prove I'm innocent. I can't do that. The moment I step in that building, Dalton will lock me up, and Ularu will be on high alert. You really are naive when it comes to corporate culture. Once I'm back at Ryujin, Ularu will be looking to tie up any loose ends. So I can stay here and deal with you, or I can go back and deal with her. Which is why I'm hoping you'll take this... Of course you do. Look, if you just bring this slate to Dalton, I'm sure he'll understand. But if I go with you, everything is ruined. It's your choice. Do you want the truth? Or do you just want to be Employee of the Month? I was hoping you would. I'm still going to lay low until I hear... As long as Ularu still thinks I'm on the run. And I know you don't hear it much around the office, but thanks.
So Ularu is the actual culprit. That things. We're going to have to proceed very carefully, or else Dalton might send someone after us.
Back off.
Gangs think they run this city. I don't see it.
Catherine Louisiana keeps demanding you look into her husband's murder. Yeah.
Well, look who's back. So tell me, what did you find out? Inside the Syndicate? That area's off limits, and I think we both know why. Imogene knew exactly what she was doing when she went there. If you think I'm paying for that information, think again. It's just a matter of time before it finds its way onto my desk, and I can be a very patient person. Oh my, Imogene pointing the finger at Ularu. That would be a first. Ularu will want her head when she finds out. Those two have been a team ever since Imogene started here. And saying they had a student-teacher relationship is probably an understatement. For either one to betray what we all assumed they had, it's more than a bit surprising. Of course she did. Imogene knows better than to make an accusation like that without being able to back it up. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. This situation is gonna give Dalton some serious anxiety. At least it sounds like Imogene has it under control. For now. If I were you, I'd leave it up to Dalton. If there's even a chance that Ularu is betraying the company, you'll never find out if she knows she's under investigation. A mole? No. Ularu's not about to work for another corporation. If she's betraying Ryujin, she's doing it under her own personal agenda. Oh, I can guarantee they're good reasons. For her. The question now is, who else is she planning to screw over to get her way? Because if she considered Imogene to be expendable, that means we all are.
This deal could be huge for my company.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
You're back. So you did find her, and yet failed to bring her in. I'm looking forward to this explanation.
You can't vouch for its accuracy, but you can use your intuition.
Well, this evidence complicates the situation if it points to Ularu. It's going to take me some time to pass, because if it's legitimate, we need absolute certainty before making the accusation. You realize, if Imogene has misled you, she'll be long gone by now. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of writing up a report to summarize all of this. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. She wants you to meet her in Vinakara's office. Masako's been focusing on how to deal with Infinity Ltd. And their knowledge of Project Dominion. I believe her plans rely heavily on you. Once I've examined this evidence, and not a word about this to anyone. I'll present what I have to the board once I've completed a full report.
Cause any trouble.
I need that Rothicite if we want to complete the neuroamp.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get that shipment back. Good, you're here. It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. In due time. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Vinakara, Head of Research and Development. She'll give you the initial details.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Well, we can't, but the shielding aspect was never officially a part of Project Dominion. It was an afterthought of how to safeguard our own people from being manipulated, so it was being researched separately as a mod. The research itself was in early stages, too early for board approval, so only myself, DeMarcus, and Masako know about it. Oh yeah, marketing and finance wouldn't have it any other way.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Vina can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection.
I think implanting that device into your head is a mistake. But it's your choice, not mine.
You're a Ryujin employee, and we need a job done. We've trusted you this far, so I feel it's safe to continue the trend. Good. I'm glad you see this as an opportunity.
And I love a willing subject. Now it's just a matter of getting the key ingredient. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothosite.
The last shipment we were supposed to receive never arrived, and we've gotten no response to our queries from the station. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to keep the discovery quiet, so it's unusual for them not to respond. It's unlikely. The team has a proven track record with us in the past. They've always been extremely competent and reliable. We need you to head out there, secure the shipment, and bring it back here so Vina can complete her prototype. And I want to know what happened. We need to take any safety measures to make sure this doesn't happen again. The station is called CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. Unfortunately, we had to cut ties with our supply chain manager, Camden Cho, and his replacement is still getting up to speed. Otherwise, I may have had more useful information. Be prepared for anything. Once...
If you intend to engage me in combat,
Something you might be interested in. Recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
It's good to be out and about.
Landing struts primed, retros firing.
Alright, this is gonna be my last one right here. I'm already getting tired. Not too bad, I played for an hour and a half. Okay, let's finish up this mission and I'm off.
they ran away. Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore. This reminds me of the bunks on a UC Navy ship. Everyone crammed into the smallest area possible to maximize space.
Crystals. Okay, that's good.
don't stock up on junk. Fascinating. I've heard about these tunnel boring machines, but never had the opportunity to see one of them in person.
need something?
Expect priority docking for emergency patients. The clinic welcomes all.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Time to move on.
Got a little bit of a cough. Probably not. This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only. Yeah, I bet you do. The answer's still no. Not my problem. I'm not scared of you. Look, if you need help, now get out of here. Great, you again. Authorized personnel. An outbreak? I haven't heard anything. Understood. Here's an access card. Good luck.
Again. I'm tired, all right? Just not today.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm violation.
Look, we got that shipment. Although who knows what Faye expects me to do with it. But maybe approvals really are on the way. Now please, get back to Kai. Make sure his vitals are stable. I don't want to lose him. We'll figure this out. I promise.
Fine. But if we lose Kai, that's it. I'm going to SSNN. I don't give a shit about my career anymore.
You and me both.
I never should have taken this job.
I'm not ruining my career over this. Excuse me, but this is a restricted area. You need to leave. Your timing could be better. A little warning next time. I'll just take a moment to check up on my patient.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just steal that.
If you need anything else, just let me know. Always quiet back here.
I have things for you.
Keep out of my way and I'll keep out of yours.
Just hand.
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako. So I've heard. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1? Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothicite. Were there any survivors? Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic, especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there? Dr. Lane? I believe Vina is familiar with his work, specializing in neurosurgery. Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic? So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation to ensure his future as CEO.
To hell with corporations and CEOs and profit margins. People have died, and you aren't showing the least bit of remorse. Ugh.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothicite secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. Not long, according to her. She and DeMarcus have everything prepped and ready. I believe it's just a matter of creating the alloy and Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. I've called a meeting, and I expect you.
Hey there.
career will be over if this deal falls through. Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Good. You're right on time. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole. In due time. I'll be reaching out, but right now we need her to remain in hiding. Yes, you made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with. Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark is the key to taking her down. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go, I want you to bring that program to me. I can't imagine a more satisfying ending. Now, let's attend a meeting.
If only there were more hours in the day.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority, the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Botched human trials and murder for hire? You don't bounce back from that. At least not with Infinity's legal team.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Arasaka, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. Good. I can tell Vina is going to enjoy working with you. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
Are you sure you're okay? Our floor's off limits to most people.
Double check those measurements.
I have performed a cursory scan of...
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey. Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. Fine, fine. I get it. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
The fact that the neuroamp can control and manipulate people against their will is disgusting. The device shouldn't be allowed to exist.
All right? Let's get this party started. Well, well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Now that's something to talk to the drone engineers about. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says. That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
You don't smell electrical smoke, do you?
We have these jetpacks for a reason, you know.
On the one hand, I'm fascinated.
So that's why there are so many other guards on this floor.
Yeah? Management's going to be paranoid about corporate spies available. If anyone else got their hands on our NORAM technology, I'm sure the execs would lose it.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? One minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? Well, luckily that isn't up for you to decide. I hope you know, you're talking about banning my life's biggest accomplishment.
I'd even go as far as to call it the settled system's biggest accomplishment. That's something Ryujin isn't going to let go of easily. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. Not at all. But I can imagine if I experienced disorientation like that, but regained my awareness in another room, it could be a bit jarring. We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. So many situations to account for. Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape. Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
I can't believe Vina finally pulled it off. With
Can't
my
talk. I'm doing calculus in my head. Don't cause any trouble.
Okay, I think that's it. I will be back on tomorrow. I'll probably play a little bit of MW2 and then some more Starfield. But other than that, guys, let me stop right here. And y'all have a good night. Have a good morning. I'll see you on the next one.